A recent piece has only lately revealed an amazing event, a milestone ascribed to possible adoption by 30% of world banking institutions. XRP's value reached an amazing $1,427. Although 30% may initially appear small, it is a major share of the banking industry. Interestingly, Ripple is said to be interacting with almost one-third of the world's banks. We have all the proof to support this in the segment for today. Still, one wonders whether these banks are using Ripple to its maximum capacity. That does not seem to be the case. Our talk today will cover this subject more deeply. We're also going to look at a story that just 2 days ago suggested Ripple is about to go public by the end of March. As we approach the end of March, this action might possibly propel XRP's price to a staggering $8.97 in only over a month. Greetings, Moneyside family. Welcome back to your preferred center for everything XRP. Let's fast touch base first. I want a little favor from you. Join our fantastic community by smashing that like button, hitting subscribe, and ringing that notification bell. And here's a tiny heads up. Approaching 60,000 subscribers, we are gearing up for an amazing XRP giveaway. Participating in the giveaway is simple. Simply 3 easy steps to follow. So be sure you're tuned in and prepared. Remember to also include a hashtag Moneyside in the comments to confirm your place in the giveaway. Strangely, SBI Holdings by itself makes up roughly 4% of worldwide banking deposits generated via foreign accounts. In the big picture, SBI could be a notable 4% of the 30% worldwide banking sector, maybe using Ripple's technology, but that's only the beginning. Ripple has also formed a significant alliance in Brazil, launching its on-demand liquidity services in concert with the Brazilian central bank. That's only one component of the worldwide jigsaw. Thinking back on our most recent talks regarding the BRICS countries, if you saw my last video, you will recall we looked at how every member nation, including China, Brazil, South Africa, for on-demand liquidity and central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, Russia and India have direct connections with Ripple. When you contrast the global GDP with that of only the BRICS countries, they account for roughly 29% of the world's economic output. This leads us to a fascinating prospect. Should the BRICS nations choose to work with Ripple collectively, the consequences might be enormous. In a prior video clarifying the viability and the already ongoing actions toward integrating CBDCs on the XRP ledger, I have covered this topic extensively. In this situation, one cannot overstate the relevance of the XRP ledger. Its importance in the developing financial scene is crucial. That is why, as we look forward to the next bull market, the possibility for Ripple's technology grows even more clear. A public announcement by the Federal Reserve caused a major shift in the discussion about Ripple's growing influence in financial technology. They said that XLM and XRP might be important in helping the blockchain basis of their next FedNow payment system. Emphasizing this development, the Fed underlined the cooperation with Metal blockchain as a vital first step in smoothly transforming fiat to stablecoins, therefore closing the gap between conventional banking systems and the distributed finance industry. At present, Americans can make instant domestic payments mostly via third-party applications such as Venmo and PayPal, or through digital cryptocurrency wallets. The FedNow system, though, is poised to change this scene. Currently in its pilot phase, the platform has already drawn involvement from more than 120 organizations, including well-known ones like US Bank and Exchange Bank, as well as several payment processors and solution providers. This change not only emphasizes the increasing acceptance and integration of blockchain technology in mainstream financial services, but also signals a turning point in the convergence of traditional banking with the creative realm of decentralized finance. A major player in the FedNow project run by the Federal Reserve, Ripple is a leading force in the field of distributed ledger technology and cross-border payment solutions. Likewise, Stellar Lumens, XLM, known for its blockchain-powered network that simplifies and economizes worldwide transactions, is likely to be included into the FedNow ecosystem. Here is where the story turns interesting. 8 hours ago, a headline caught the notice of the fintech sector. XRP soars to $1,427 under 30% worldwide bank adoption. This is quite amazing, emphasizing the changing power of blockchain and finance. The paper claims that 30% of the world's banks using XRP for cross-border payments accounts for the remarkable rally in its value to $1,427. This degree of adoption indicates a huge need for XRP, which would drive its price to unheard of levels. XRP's rise, with the market capitalization rising, indicates not only a victory for Ripple but also a possible windfall for investors. The story deepens with the discovery that XRP's market penetration is on the verge of surpassing this 30% barrier, suggesting even more adoption all over the world financial scene. Reports indicated in a remarkable update only 6 days ago that XRP transactions might surpass $1.2 quadrillion, therefore increasing its price possibility to $10,000. This indicates a huge change as banks start to use the XRP ledger and its digital assets more often. The news is out and it's undeniable. Ripple's buyback scheme is no longer only conjecture, it's a reality developing quicker than anyone thought. According to a recent report, Ripple Labs, the company behind XRP, is not only thinking about but also aggressively buying XRP. Ripple starts major buyback, retiring nearly 1 billion XRP. This action indicates a strong vote of confidence in the future of XRP inside the financial ecosystem as well as its value. The plot thickens with the announcement that the Federal Reserve is actively interested in including XRP as a foundation of worldwide payment systems rather than merely watching from the sidelines. The projections are mind-boggling. They indicate that upon central banks all around, XRP's value might soar to between $12,000 and $22,000 per coin. This increase in value highlights the changing power of XRP in reordering world finance. Furthermore, it has been confirmed that Google's analysis fits this path, therefore supporting the Federal Reserve's plans to use XRP for its unmatched power as a worldwide payment tool. This sequence of events is a major turning point for Ripple and XRP since it puts them at the forefront of financial innovation and maybe changes the scene of worldwide payments. Yes, we're going to tell you about some explosive leaked papers we've gotten our hands on. The Federal Reserve's focus on XRP for some time now is becoming more and more clear. Only a few weeks ago, the Fed stated its plans to worldwide use XRP, in line with the ISO 4217 criteria. Originally scheduled for execution by the end of 2023, this bold strategy ran unanticipated delays that stopped XRP from being widely used as a formally acknowledged currency right after its regulatory green light. XRP now finds itself in distinguished company alongside significant government and central bank-issued currencies, including the US dollar, the euro, GBP, and the Canadian dollar. Further revelations suggesting the Federal Reserve's intentions to actively use the XRP digital asset, however, complicate the narrative. Google Reader Insights draw attention to Kikuchi's recommendations, a government official supporting the use of XRP's public chain to build a sidechain. Expert Kegi claims this approach would let Federal Reserve money directly interact with the innovations of the private sector, therefore opening the path for unmatched cooperation and technical progress. This is only the start. Chair of the United States Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, has made it obvious that major investments are being made to create new independent settlement systems inside the United States, indicating a changing time for financial technology and digital assets. Remember, I am not a qualified financial advisor. The material shown in these films is totally for amusement. Before deciding financially, I always advise people to do their own study and speak with experts. Thank you very much for watching. Should you like the video, please thumbs it up and remember to press the subscribe button. Be the first to know when I publish fresh material by also ensuring that